following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's got Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Seahawks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Complete to Philip Dorsett. A gain of 4. It's now
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Ravens 7.
Second and 11 now. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Humphrey on the coverage.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now third down and long.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's
a gain of 32 that time.
And the Seahawks first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Wide receiver the ball.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To Philip Dorsett.
A 5-yard touchdown. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now Dobbins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 38 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
A 57-yard gain.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
To throw is Wilson. To throw from his end zone. It got his man complete.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room because I just delivered.
10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 99 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. To try again after the sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47.
A 49-yard.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson, they'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Queen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And, well, that's his second rushing touchdown, third total. He did have the receiving TD earlier.
He creates a matchup nightmare all the time, doesn't he? If you pull everyone in trying to stop him running the ball, split him out or get him out of the backfield and throw the ball to him, he can hurt you either way very, very well.
Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And down to the 11. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 43 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
This is too easy right here. Too easy.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
In your face!
And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 76 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Seahawks.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 50 yards. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's into the clear. The 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
And the kickoff for Houston.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
The Jackson going to run again. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down. But and what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he's going to let it go deep. And that'll be incomplete. incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. A lot of confusion, especially in the crowd right now. A lot of folks thinking it's a turnover on downs, but it's not. It's just an incomplete pass. That was 3rd down. Now it's 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
Intended for Darren Fells. Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. This a 33-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a complete.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.